we've talked about Nissan highlights. We've talked about the Nissan community highlights.
Hmm.
Let's talk about us, man. Let's talk about podcast highlights. What has happened for us
I don't know.
in the
We're
last
gonna
year?
we're gonna self promote. All right, let's see
I don't
here.
want to say that.
I'm just joking. No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Honestly, we had a lot of really good episodes this last year. We've done some really good interviews. Um, God, I feel like we've done a lot. I mean, we had the Nissan. Was the Nissan Challenge Boys this year?
Yep, that was in
Yeah, it was
early
2020,
23.
early 2023. Hell, I mean, what else did we do? We followed the Nissan GT4 series. I mean, these
Dude,
guys,
that
they
was such an awesome. Yeah,
and
go ahead.
you had some great coverage from that. You actually had an opportunity to go hang out with those guys, do some interviews with some of the engineers, of course, a lot with the drivers too as well. I mean,
Mhm.
there was a lot of coverage from that, and they had a stellar year too as well for still coming out of the box and everything. I mean,
Yeah,
ye-
and definitely for the show. I mean, specifically at their. Well, I want to say it was round three here at Circuit of the Americas. We were just so grateful to be able to sit with Tech Sport Racing. They're not only the owners though, but with the drivers as well. We've had Nissan Motorsports program managers. We had Nismo engineers. That dude, it's race weekend. It is a busy, busy weekend. Yet they were able to spend about 30, 45 minutes with us and help us. We had an exclusive interview with them. Again, for those who don't know about it, go to our YouTube channel, check it out. An amazing time. But it was just such a treat to be able to speak with them and ask them questions about how things are going. This was the first year domestically here in the States that in a long time, honestly, the Z car actually competing in cup racing in the last. I mean, prior to this year, it's been a while since we've seen the Z compete with a factory-backed program. Um, definitely for us, it was a treat to be a part of that and to see that, and also getting back to the Nissan community. Every GT4 event, and I want to say there's about 8 of them. Every race, every event that happened throughout the year, the Nissan community was on site. There was typically a car corral or group gathering that weekend where a bunch of enthusiasts would spend time and be able to talk to the team, the drivers, the engineers. They had parade laps. Essentially, you had a pep rally with every GT4 round that you saw here in the US. And that was such an amazing thing. To me, for me, for sure, it was definitely a highlight of 2023.
what else did we do? We did Ohm from Apex Engineering. Apex Engineering. He
Yeah.
came on with us. Junkyard Jenny, of course,
Hmm.
who specializes in all the Datsun S30 stuff.
Yep.
She jumped on with us here just a few episodes ago. That was fun.
Yep.
Ohm from Apex was awesome.
His story, how he started, was such an amazing story too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's such a just a humble, low key dude. I mean, it's hard not to just kind of enjoy chatting with that guy. So it's like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. If it's
uh,
cool with you, Miles, I want to get into some stats to let you
ugh,
know the type
boring.
of growth we had this year.
Oh,
Again, this is the nerd part.
uh,
Give me 2 minutes on this one, though.
uh,
Let's
just
talk
kidding.
about, yeah. Well, let's just talk about we've had growth on Instagram. We've had the growth on YouTube channels. We've been um, making more videos for the YouTube channel, seeing some good response there. Uh, we're doing more with our Instagram page, and so we've gotten some good reactions and response through Instagram. And of course, we can't forget about the audio version of the show. This is a lot. This is how a lot of people see us, man. Again, these podcasts, these episodes last 2 hours on average, and that's kind of really what the audio
With all your
format is. You
stories, it's
know.
about 2 years. It's about 2 hours. Yeah, I would say 2 years, 2 hours. But no,
Yeah,
just joking. It's all right. But
I
yeah,
know, I know.
it is a lot. I mean, if you think about it, these shows happen for 2 years, 2 hours, and of course we nerd out. I mean, that's what it is. Sometimes we find a subject and we just talk. I mean, basically what we do, we talk in a virtual parking lot,
Hmm.
and we want to make sure that people are into it, and surprisingly people are into it, and this is
They
what we
are.
do. We love the brand. We love, of course, the Datsun, Nissan, and Infinity lines, and of course we love everything that's happening in the community. We want to make sure that we are shining our little spotlight bright on whoever we think is deserving of it. And and this also comes down to you. If you have somebody of note, a story out there, we always tell you, let us know, because guess what? Me and Mike do this as a passion for us. We
Yeah.
don't make anything from these shows.
Nah, nah.
If anything, it's a detriment on us partially financially and time. It's definitely a time vampire. But you
Labor
know
of
what?
love.
At the end of the time, at the end of the day, again, it's a huge labor of love for us, and we love
Hmm.
doing it. And we love being able to shine a light where we need to. And I
Yeah.
think some
Amen.
people come away with that we interview and we give highlights to. They're kind of we renew a sense of pride for them, and well deserved. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes when we call people for interviews, they're just like, "What? You want to interview me?" Like home, same thing. It was like, "What?" Like, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, you do an amazing service for everybody that's out there, and you're an amazing story of a business that started up. Great. Junkyard Jenny,
Hmm.
same thing. We had a blast doing that. The guys
Yep.
from the Nissan Challenge, we had a great time doing that this last year. And of course, we've done a lot of interviews in the past,
Hmm.
race teams or race drivers. And,
Yeah.
it goes on and goes on. And
Yeah.
just, you know,
Yep.
I'm so happy that I'm honored to be part of that. So, yeah.
Yep. What I wanted to do though is as well. Is call out for those. So for those who don't know, we have eyes on those of you that listen to us all across the world. So no matter what
Uh-oh.
country you're in, we've got some data. And what I wanted to do, Miles, is just call out a few countries that we have listeners in, and let them know, hey man, we appreciate you. Keep
All
up with
right.
the podcast. Thank you. Contact us. Let's grow this some more as
Let's
well
rock.
for your friends in your area. The word of mouth definitely does a lot. So tell your friends and let's have some fun with it, though. Of course, here in the US, we've got a lot of followers. Thank you guys so much. Same goes for Canada. Get into some of the other countries in Europe. We've got Germany, there's France, we've got Denmark. Let's see here, of course, Norway, Spain, Belgium, Sweden. Dude, these are actual countries with listeners, man. Like,
We have
we can
Swedish
at least see
listeners?
you. We've got Swedish listeners, bro.
That's awesome.
South Korea, we've got, of course, Italy, Costa Rica, a few
We
of
got
them.
any
Again,
North
I'm,
Korea folks? We got one
you
guy.
know what?
Tell me we
I,
got one guy in North Korea.
I don't have North Korea, but what I do have on the listing here, it says unknown. That might be
Ooh,
the
that's
unknown
North
list.
Korea.
That's probably North
Telling
Korea.
you.
That's probably North Korea,
That's
man.
probably
Yeah.
North Korea. Hey,
Probably North
for
Korea.
our one guy in North Korea.
Keep fighting the good fight. Yeah.
Keep fighting the
Uh,
good fight, buddy.
we can't forget our friends in Japan and Australia, South Africa. We got a pretty good number out of South Africa as
A
well. New
huge Datsun
Zealand.
community out there. Hell yeah, guys.
Yeah, man. So again, guys, what we're trying to say though is thank you for listening to us, no matter where you are. We appreciate it. It definitely goes. You know, w- we see you and we appreciate you. And if there's anything we can do, definitely we hope to be a source of entertainment for you guys. So thank you so much, though, Mom. That's all I had, Miles. What else? You got anything else on your end?
No,
We're getting to a
no.
close here. This is the near the end of the recap here. So what are you thinking, man? What else we got here?
I think that's gonna be everything. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, on a personal level, I had another year doing this show with you, which is always fun. Of course, we've grown as friends, and of course, I also get to kind of catch up with my buddies that occasionally jump on here that we don't always get to see, and that's a beautiful thing in its way. I mean, let's talk about technology in this day and age. I mean, we basically just get to light a virtual trash can fire for everybody to get around and just warm our nerdy brains around. JLE, Matt, Brian's on with us, Bert's on with us. Just everybody. It's awesome. There's tons of people on with us all, but I love it. When everybody can kind of get on and chime in, and it's always surprising. So I love it. And occasionally we get shocked by people that just join up and just come on the shows. But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you again for all the continued support. I mean, we've been doing this now for, I always get this wrong, 17 years.
We're-
20 years?
April will be
4
4 years.
months. 4
So we're
months we've been doing this.
thir-
4 years. 4 years what
almost 4 years. Almost
our
4 years.
director's
Yeah.
telling me it's been 4 years. So
Judges. What do you got?
judges, it's
Yeah,
been
yeah,
4
yeah,
it's been 4 weeks. It's
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, and we've known each other for a long time, but this has definitely kind of grown our relationship and our friendship. And you
Yeah.
know, um,
Just absolutely, bro.
I always enjoy spending this time together, even prepping and working on your car a lot.
You've helped me out
Um,
a lot, dude. Thank you so much. You're right, man.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've built you a new house, and now I'm working on your car, and yeah,
Friends.
well, and then you talk to me about your bad kidney that you need a spare kidney. I mean, that's
You
just
know,
why
if you need
stop? Why stop at the cars? Let's just pick
you're
my bones.
you're trying to sweeten me. No, no, no. I think it's what it is that you,
Mm.
are we the same blood type? Is that what
Oh,
it
there you go. Just pick my bones, brother. Just go for it.